lawmakers are putting in place a plan to suspend the state legislative session because of COVID-19. Political specialist Sean Boyd live at the Capitol tonight. And Sean, how soon could they actually shut down?
You know, Karen, leadership in both parties and both chambers met today behind closed doors to try and figure that out. COVID-19 has prompted all kinds of unprecedented decisions. This is another one of those. There's no roadmap for how to suspend a legislative session, but lawmakers say there are some bills that need to pass first, and they introduced one of those bills today and are rushing it through tonight.
The House will come back to order.
Late in the afternoon, in an empty chamber, Speaker of the House Casey Becker put a bill addressing large gatherings at state party assemblies next week on a fast track. It's one of a handful of must-pass bills leadership is rushing in preparation for a temporary shutdown of the state legislature.
This isn't like just canceling school or like canceling an event. We just have to make sure that we are making, we're thinking through the bills that we must pass, and we're thinking through what we must do to go into recess in a responsible way. House
Majority Leader Alec Garnett says the new bill allows the state parties to change how they vote on which candidates make the primary ballot in races like U.S. Senate. Unless the bill passes, party members have to vote in person at assemblies like this.
They're going to be gathering in schools, they're going to be gathering in classrooms, and that is just ripe for the spread of the coronavirus.
Legislative hearings like this are also. Minority Leader Patrick Neville says suspending the legislative session is not just about protecting people's health, but their ability to testify on bills.
It's really just about making sure the public has a chance to weigh in, and I don't think the public does feel safe at this point in time coming into this Capitol building.
But the Constitution requires the legislature to pass a Budget and School Finance Act, and lawmakers can't do either until the economic forecast comes out next week.
We just have to make sure we're addressing all the sort of legal, constitutional, and other concerns that we have as a legislature.
So the Constitution limits the legislative session to 120 days. Because this is so extraordinary, lawmakers are asking the state Supreme Court to rule on whether the clock stops if they recess or whether those days continue to count down. If they do run out of time, the governor could always call a special session later this year. But lawmakers would likely still have to pass a Budget and School Finance Act by May 6th. So there are still a lot of moving parts tonight. Live at the Capitol, Sean Boyd covering Colorado First.
Sean, thank you. And we do have an update tonight.